What is Mom's House? I'll tell you exactly what it is. We're a business that helps the adult children of seniors and the seniors themselves at that flashpoint in their life, that moment when they need to sell their forever home to move into senior living. I'm only 43. My parents are in their early 60s. I haven't experienced this yet myself, but I've dealt with thousands of families that are going through this trying time. In fact, it's called crisis mode. You get to help families in crisis mode. And when you do, you can have a fulfilling real estate business where the leads come directly to you. And they're the best quality leads that I've ever found in over 20 years of real estate. So Mom's House is a company that deals directly with the senior living industry, stakeholders in the senior living industry that know, like, and trust me here in my local market. They bring me these families. They say, Philip, I need you to take care of this problem. There's a house that needs to be sold. They need to unlock that equity out of their house. Yes, these people own their house outright. 9 times out of 10, they have no mortgage on it. Philip, can you come in and can you buy this real estate and can you help with the stuff? We're going to learn a lot about the stuff is an overwhelming problem for the families. The stuff is their memories. The stuff is their life. Some people correlate their value to their stuff. And so Mom's House, we help the families to unlock that equity out of not only the house, but the stuff. And we'll tell you right now, I don't want you to get into the stuff business. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm always curious about where the best leads have come from. And so back in 2011, when I started this, I realized very quickly that I was doing it wrong. And it was because I would walk in with my personality and walk right in and I would say things like, hey, I'm Philip and I'm an investor and I'm a realtor and I want to buy houses from the people moving into your communities. And that was the wrong way to do it. When they hear the word investor, all they hear is the word shark. That's the last thing you want to be, is a shark. And when they hear the word realtor, that might even be worse because that's the way they've been fixing this problem for the past 30 plus years. You ever hear the term crocodile brain? When you hear something you already know about, you already know what that is, a realtor, your brain shuts off. So we're going to talk about becoming what's called a senior transition specialist. What does that mean exactly? That's someone who works with the stakeholders in senior living to procure those leads to come directly to you. It's an exciting way to be. There's 6 reasons why these are the best leads, and I'd like to go over those right now. Number 1, these families are being told by a doctor that mom cannot move back home. Usually a sudden occurrence happens, like a fall. This fall, mom fell down. She had to have a hip surgery. She's going to be okay, but the doctor says in 3 weeks, when mom gets out of recovery, out of rehab, she cannot move back home. Immediately, you might be thinking to yourself right now, if that happened to you, where would you put your mom? Your own mother, the person that's taking care of you more than anyone else in your life. What would you do with your mom? Would you move her next to you, next to your brother, next to where she lives now? What level of care does mom need? How is she going to pay for long-term care? Do I even know anything about mom's financial wherewithal? Do I know mom has this money? Most Americans don't have enough money to pay for long-term care without selling their home first. They need to unlock that equity. So I don't have to convince them of motivation. That's rule number 1. Number 2 is, we talked about this earlier, 9 times out of 10, the family owns the home outright. That other 10% of the time, there might be a small second, maybe a reverse mortgage, depending on how long they've had that. That's a whole other issue. But most of the time, the families own the house outright, which is perfect for guys like you and me, guys and gals that want to get in front of these deals. That brings me to feature number 3, or reason number 3 why these are the best leads. These are houses we can add value to. What do I mean by that? Well, they're usually not 2 years old houses. They're usually 60, 70, 80-year-old houses that were bought in the 70s, 60s, 50s, 80s, right? All these different decades, these families' forever homes. Even if they've been well taken care of, what I call grandma clean, they're almost always still dated. Why is that an opportunity for us? Because we need to find houses that we can add value to through rehabbing it, updating it, getting it ready for the market, whether you want to keep it as a rental or you want to list it on the open market. You're looking for houses that you can add value to. And so not only is the house usually not the right style, there's usually carpet in the wrong places, paneling in the wrong places, the wrong style tile. Even if there's a new roof or a hot water heater, there's usually things that are functionally obsolescent in the house that need to be updated to get it ready for today's market. So as an investor, we're looking for houses always that we can add value to. The 4th reason is very simple. There's less competition in what I do. I hope this rings in your ears what I'm saying right now. Less competition. Every investor, I talk to investors every single day. They all tell me the same thing. Hey, I'm doing direct mail. I'm doing pay-per-click. I'm doing bandit signs. I'm doing cold calling. I'm doing text message blasting. Well, get in line, right? You're one of maybe 100 people, 200 people in your market doing that same exact thing. So reason number 4 why these leads are the best is that I'm really almost always competing just with myself or maybe against a real estate agent, but it's never what we call a cattle call. You ever been on a cattle call before where there's 10 different investors there all trying to beat each other? That's not how my business works today. So reason number 4 why these are the best leads, there's less competition. Reason number 5, when you work with the right stakeholders in senior living, and we'll go over this a lot in our podcast of who these people are, how you reach them, what you say to them, what's in it for them, those stakeholders, when they know, like, and trust you, we're going to say that a lot because it's all about trust in what I do. When they know, like, and trust you, they will feed you these leads and they will set you on a platter. They will say, Philip is the guy who fixes this problem. You have to talk to Philip. You have to talk to you in your market. And I'm going to show you how you can make that be something that's going to feed you for the next foreseeable future. That's the exciting part about what we do. We haven't talked about this yet, but there's a 20-year silver tsunami happening right now. You're not too late. In fact, this is just getting revved up right now. 20 years from now, this will still be a relevant thing. So what I do is not trendy. What I do is not sexy, but it is stable. And guess what? It works in any market, not just today's hot real estate market, but even in a downturn. That makes what I do even more valuable. So when those stakeholders, different job titles, placement agents, elder care attorneys, aid and attendance benefits providers, downsizing companies, attorneys that specialize in elder law, and the list goes on, when those people refer to you, it's like you can do no wrong. And so what that means, it's a little bit scary to me because some of you might be thinking, oh, great, now I can take advantage of people. Well, that's scary to me because that's exactly the opposite of what Mom's House is. Mom's House is in the hugs and kisses business. And if you can learn to put people first, the money's right there behind it. There's plenty of money in real estate. We all know that. Our average deal profits are beautiful numbers. You can really change your life with real estate. And so I want you to think about how if you put people first, and you want to build something sustainable, reoccurring, that keeps coming back to you, this could be your niche that feeds you from now on. And that should be an exciting endeavor. A reason for you to listen to this podcast is we're going to go deep into this industry, the senior living industry,